All right, this video is for benchmark review day 1. So we're reviewing unit 1 today. So I'm going to work 12 and 21. Hardest 2 questions probably on the test. Okay, and it's because of what you're expected to know. Okay, so number 12 says a rectangle has a length of 5 plus 2x inches and a width of 10 inches. Okay, so I've got a rectangle, a width of 5 plus 2x and a width of 10. A triangle has a base of 30, okay, and a height of 4x minus 10. So make my triangle here. And then it says the area in square inches of the rectangle is equal to the area in square inches of the triangle. That means the area of this equals the area of this. Okay. How do we find the area of a rectangle? Length times width. So 10 times 5 plus 2x. That area is equal to the area of the triangle. Anybody remember the area of a triangle? That's what makes it hard, because they don't give you the formulas anymore. Area of a triangle is 1/2 base height, or 1/2 length times width. Because think about it. If I connect dots here, let me do it in a different color. Right? If I add an identical triangle, it makes a rectangle, right? So it's half a rectangle. Oh, okay, sorry. So that's, I don't know, maybe it'll help you remember it, but that's what makes this one hard, is you're expected to know that formula. So 1/2 base times height. What's the value of x? How do I solve this? Menu 3-1, absolutely. So in my calculator, let me start fresh here. All right, I'm going to do menu 3-1, 10, 5 plus 2x equals 1/2, 30, 4x minus 10. When I do menu 3-1 and I type the equation in, what comes last? Comma x. Good. And that's it. That's all there is to that problem. But what makes it so tough is just getting the equation written out. Okay? Because there's no way that you can work that problem unless you know the formula for the area of a triangle. Okay? All right, 21. 21 is the first time a polynomial division question has shown up on an EOC. For years we've been going, this has never shown up. It's probably not going to show up. And after 10 years, finally shows up. Okay? So this one says, what is the quotient represented by the expression, this, okay, for all values of W where the expression is defined? What does the word quotient mean? Divide. All right, fractions are just division problems. That's all they are. It's what's on top, 8w squared minus 20w minus 12 divided by 2w plus 1. There are some hacks. If you can remember that this is division and you can multiply, you could multiply this, the bottom part, by each piece to see which one equals the top part. That may be an easier option. That's still rough because that's FOIL or the box method. Do y'all want to see that really quick, or do you just want to see the division? Division. The division? Okay. So, division. One piece at a time, right? We do 8w squared divided by 2w. So do just the numbers. What's 8 divided by 2? 4. Okay. What is w squared divided by w? W. Okay. And then we multiply out. 4 times 2 is 8. W times w is w squared. 4w times 1 is 4w. And here's the tricky part. Subtract by changing signs. So positive and negative always cancel. Negative 20 and negative 4 is negative 24w. Bring down what's left. Okay? First pieces again. Negative 24W divided by 2W. So what's negative 24 divided by 2?
Negative 12.
Negative 12. Guess what?
What?
I'm done.
What makes so much more sense?
I don't have to do the rest of that problem because do you see the answer choice that matches now?
Yes.
But look what else. Even if you just got the first piece, could you eliminate answers?
Yes.
Absolutely. Hey, guessing out of 2 is better than guessing out of 4. That's okay. And then if you know how to do the final piece, then you can get to the final answer. But even if you can only do half a problem, that's something. Okay? Don't give up. Try something. All right, let's move on to 33. So who's explaining 33 for me?
Me.
All right, Avery, how do we work number 33?
So you do menu 3-1 in your calculator,
Okay?
and then you type.
Wait, let me get it up. Ugh. Okay, in my calculator I type menu 3-1.
And then you do 5,
Okay?
and then you put parentheses.
Okay?
2x plus 4,
YX.
because the calculator can read x better than it can W.
Either will work. I'm going to go ahead and do this with a W just to show you that it'll work.
Okay.
But if you feel better changing it to an X, you absolutely change it to an X. But it will read the W.
And then you do
Ooh.
equals.
And that's an equals. It didn't print, but that's an equals.
And then you do 4,
Okay?
and then parentheses.
Okay.
2x plus 9
Okay.
W. And then you do comma x. Or comma W.
Whatever letter you use,
You put
comma, that letter.
and then you push enter. Then E.
And that's it. So any of them that ask, what's the solution or what's the value of X? It's menu 3-1. Super easy. All right, 41. Who's explaining that one for me? All right, Miss Margie, how do we do 41?
So, you go through and you look at all the answer choices.
Okay.
And you can see that 6 and 4 equals 24 and 12 and 2 equals 24. So you can't eliminate anything off of that.
Okay.
And then the G and the GH can make GH.
Okay.
And then if you go to the next piece, you look at it and you see, wait, where am I? You can go to the first one, and 6 and 12 makes 72, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you can eliminate that one.
Okay.
Because it says minus 12g squared.
Okay.
And so then you look at the answer choice B, and you have 12 and 12, and that makes 144. So you can eliminate that one.
Okay.
And then if you look at C and D, you can see that they both make 12g squared.
Okay.
So then the last piece, 6 times 3 equals 18, but 12 times 3 equals 36.
36.
So it'd be C.
So she played guess and check. She did it a piece at a time, but what she did was she worked backwards. So remember, when we've got something outside of parentheses, we can distribute this. So she literally eliminated a piece at a time. So she knew the first piece had to be 24 GH, right? So 6 times 4, 24. Okay, can't eliminate that. 12 times 2, 24. Can't eliminate that. 6 times 4,
24.
can't eliminate that. Okay, so she did process of elimination. All right, so the first one, I can't eliminate anything. Then she went to the next, right? 6 times negative 12, she said was negative 72. Ooh, that's not a choice. And so she could eliminate that. And then 12 times 12 is negative 144. I need a negative 12. I can eliminate that. 6 times negative 2, ooh, that's a negative 12. That one's still in. And then 12 times a negative g, that's a negative 12g too. So we're still in it. So now we're trying to get an 18. So then she did the very last pieces. 6 times 3 is 18. 12 times 3 is 36. All right, there is another way to work these, and we haven't looked at it in a long time. Do y'all remember control var?
Yes.
This is a control var problem.
It is?
Mm-hmm.
Really?
I got 2 letters, right?
Uh-huh.
G, let's make it equal to 2. H, let's make it equal to 3. It doesn't matter what I pick. I just pick easy numbers. Always start fresh with control var, okay? So I'm going to do 2 control var G, 3 control var H. And then I'm going to type this first piece in. 24 GH minus 12 G squared plus 18G. Do you notice anything why I'm getting an error? Do you remember why? What's different about parentheses or what's happening between that G and that H? So remember, it doesn't like those letters shoved together. It wants to know what you mean by shoving those letters together, and we mean multiply. So you tell it, I mean multiply. All right, I get 132. So now it's a matching game. So I can type each answer choice in exactly like it's shown with the implied multiplication, right? So 6G times 4H minus 12G plus 18 doesn't give me 132. It's out. Okay? So if I go to our right answer, 6G times 4H minus 2G plus 3, I get what I'm looking for, the 132. So you can control var that one. Okay? Don't forget about that. That's a guess and check option. All right. Last one, 46. Who's explaining this one? The Gracie. All right, Miss Gracie. Which equation is equivalent to S equals, sorry, that's an equal sign, pH plus 2B when solved for B?
So, you have to get the B by itself.
Mm-hmm.
So, you got to go minus the pH.
Okay.
And then you have to do that to
Okay.
And then,
Okay, so S minus pH, this cancels,
and
equals 2B. Okay.
then you have to divide it by 2.
Divide by 2. If I want to solve for B, that means I want to get B by itself. Okay. You can control var this one too. It's a little bit harder, but you can. You want to see how to do it?
Yes.
All right. Since this equals S. Hey, focus. We're almost done. Since this equals S, I just want to pick numbers for P. P is going to be a 2. H is going to be a 3. B is going to be a 4.
How is the H going to be a 3?
It doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter what it is. But this will tell me what S equals. So do y'all see the difference between this one doesn't have an equal sign and this one does? Okay. All right, so let's figure out what S is going to equal then. All right, so start fresh with control var. All right, so 2 control var P, 3 control var H, 4 control var B. I'm just going to type the pH plus 2B in, but implied multiplication, P times H plus 2B. That right there, that 14, that's telling me what S equals. So now I got to tell my calculator that. 14 control var S. Then I can type my answer choices in. Again, I don't type the B equals. I type just this, the S minus pH over 2, and it should equal, what should it equal?
14. No, just kidding.
What should it equal?
4.
Should equal 4 because it should equal B, and B is 4. So if I do S minus P times H over 2, it better, when it equals 4, that's my right answer. A little bit tougher with control var, but it can be done. Okay? All right. So that's it for day 1 of EOC review.